Okay, now I'm going to show you about the arc welder in the welding booth, the SMAW welder. We're going to use the Dynasty 210 miller. Turn it on, switches in the back. Wait for it to come on. We're on DC, electrode positive. We're going to run about 140 amps. I'm going to just strike an arc with 7024. What I'm going to try to show you is how the welding booth's set up, how you can set your welding machine, how I expect you to weld, cool, and chip. So here's our welding fixture. It goes up and down, turns around, and go this way. You put your piece of metal in it, just a pair of ice grips. Put your piece of metal in it, adjust it to whatever position you want, to the height. Today I'm just going to use the welding table. Just keep the positioner up out of the way. Here's a chipping hammer, wire brush, ice grip. Here's where our welding rods go, right here in the welding rod holder. This is our welding curtain. The curtain has to be pulled shut when you're welding. The ventilation fans need to be turned on. Go ahead. It's going to suck it right up out of here. This is the Stinger electrode holder. You put your electrode in the Stinger. Okay. This particular machine has about 80 open circuit volts. So if I check the open circuit voltage right here, there's already 80 volts coming through it. Open circuit voltage is the amount of voltage present before the arc takes place. Okay? When you get done welding, you hang your electrode holder up here on the holder and you take the rod out. You never leave the rod in the holder and then try to put it back in the holder, because where's it at now? Right in my face. You don't want to poke yourself in the face with a hot rod, so you take the rod out. If it's not burned all the way down to the classification numbers, put it over here on the table, we'll use it again. If it's too short, throw it under the table, sweep it up when you're done. Anything here, the ground is hooked right here to this table. So this whole table is all grounded. Okay? So as long as your piece is sitting on the table, it will get ground. You need to make sure you don't get a bunch of slag underneath it. Sometimes it doesn't work real well. 7024 is just a drag rod. Don't be dropping them. Right? 7024 is a drag rod. Got a couple different positions you can put your rod in the electrode holder. The main thing is that it's in there. I either like this way or just a little bit this way. Okay, but see how it's in there and it's nice and tight. The end that does not have the flux covering is the end that goes in here. But when we get ready to strike an arc, clear your table of your tools. I like putting one elbow down, steady myself, strike the arc, and drag it right to me. So I'm going to shut my curtain, make a weld. when I'm done welding, if I still have rod left, I'll take it out. I'll put my rod over there. I'll hang my rod holder up. I'll get my vice grips. Then what I want to do is I want to cool it off. That slag is really hot, so if I go to chipping it now, a piece of that slag will probably stick to my lip or down my shirt. So if you cool it off, or stick in your eye, okay? If you cool it off, most of the slag just comes off of it, okay? Bring it over here, get your chipping hammer. Now, chipping hammer, you're not chipping it like you're cutting wood. It's just pecking it, okay? You just peck it a little bit. See how it comes off? And a lot of times you can just slide it up and down it. Okay, now you'd be ready to make another weld. But at the end of the day, you put all your tools back up. Put your metal back in your locker. Put the unused rods back in the refrigerator. Shut the fans off. Shut the welder off. Then you'd sweep the top of your booth out, sweep the floor out, sweep it up here in the aisle, and get you a hand broom and a dustpan, put her in the trash. Thank you.